The One Who Knocks Twice. In the remote village of Black Hollow, surrounded by dark pine forests and shrouded in mist nearly year-round, there was a rule every child grew up knowing. If someone knocks twice after midnight, don't answer. Ever. The rule wasn't explained. No one dared question it. The elders would simply look you in the eye, their voices trembling slightly, and say, "Just promise you won't." 16-year-old Eleanor had heard the tale her whole life. Her grandmother, Agnes, a stern woman with pale eyes and a voice like rusted iron, repeated it often but never explained where it came from. Elena assumed it was just superstition, like salt over the shoulder or black cats crossing your path. That changed the night her grandmother died. It was late October, and a storm rolled through Black Hollow, shaking the windows of their creaky old house. Agnes had fallen ill just 2 days before. By evening, her breathing had slowed, her skin had turned grey, and just before midnight, she gripped Eleanor's hand and whispered, "Don't answer the knock, no matter what you hear." Then she died. Eleanor, left alone, sat numbly beside the bed, watching the storm flash outside. The power had gone out, and the only light came from a flickering candle she'd placed on the dresser. It was 12:13 a.m. when she heard it. Knock. A pause. Knock. Her heart froze. At first she thought it must have been the wind, but no, it was deliberate. 2 heavy knocks, slow and clear, at the front door downstairs. She didn't move, didn't breathe. The house was silent, save for the rain hammering the roof. Then came the voice. Elena. It was soft, familiar, her grandmother's voice. "Sweetheart, it's so cold out here. Let me in." She stood up, shaking. "Grandma." "Elena," the voice repeated, warmer now. "I forgot something. Please, just open the door. 2 seconds. I just need to come in. I love you." Eleanor's hands trembled. She looked at her grandmother's body, still in the bed behind her, pale, unmoving. How was she hearing her voice? "Eleanor," it whispered again, but now it sounded off, like someone trying to mimic her grandmother. She tiptoed down the hallway, each creaking floorboard beneath her felt like thunder. She reached the stairs and looked down toward the front door. The knob was twitching slightly, turning, then stopping, as if something, or someone, on the other side was trying to see if it was unlocked. She crept back, quietly locking the door to her room and retreating to the corner. The knocks came again, 2, always 2, and then silence. She barely slept that night. The next morning, the power returned. The sky was overcast but calm. Eleanor called the village doctor, who pronounced her grandmother officially dead, and soon a funeral was arranged. The villagers, wearing black coats and solemn faces, paid their respects. After the ceremony, one of the older men, Mr. Hallberg, pulled her aside. "She knocked for you, didn't she?" Eleanor's eyes widened. "What do you mean?" "Your grandmother. They always come back once." "What is it? Who knocks?" Hallberg looked around, then leaned close. "It isn't them. Not really. Something ancient lives in these woods. It waits for death. And when someone passes, it takes their voice, their memory, their face, and uses it to trick the living. Why? Because if you open the door, you don't just let it in. You go with it." He looked haunted. "They call it the hollow guest." That night, Eleanor couldn't sleep. She sat up, reading everything she could find in her grandmother's dusty old journals, trying to understand what this thing was. And then she found an entry. It knocked for Thomas. "My husband. He'd been dead a day." It sounded just like him. "I nearly opened the door. I saw the handle turn. I stayed still. He was buried the next morning." It never knocked again. Eleanor decided to stay at a friend's place for a few days, but when she returned home alone 3 nights later, something was different. Her grandmother's room door was wide open, and inside, the bed was made, neatly. The candle on the dresser, unlit since the night she died, was melted halfway down. She checked the locks, all still secure. Then she found something new. Muddy footprints, bare feet, too large to be hers, leading from the front door to the stairs, but no sign of a break-in. That night she set up her phone to record while she slept. She needed proof. At exactly 12:13 a.m., knock. Pause, knock. Eleanor, it's your father. Her eyes flew open. Her father had died in a car accident when she was 6. I miss you, sweet pea. I've watched over you for years. Please let me in. I need to see you. She ran to the door and screamed through it. You're not him. The voice changed, no longer kind. You will open it. She backed away. The doorknob shook violently. Then, silence. The next morning, the recording showed nothing. The audio was silent during the time of the knocks, and there were no voices, just static. No one believed her when she told them. Her friends thought she was grieving. The village priest offered to bless the house, but Eleanor refused. She needed to end it. That night, armed with her grandmother's journal, salt, iron nails, and a circle of chalk, she prepared. At midnight, she stood in the center of her grandmother's room. A small ritual she'd found in the back of the book. An old protective ward. She waited. 12:13. Knock, knock. Eleanor, it's me, your mother. I'm not dead. Please, they lied to you. I've been trying to come home. Her mother had vanished when Elena was a baby. No body was ever found. Her heart pounded. The door didn't rattle this time. It creaked open even though it had been locked. A woman stood in the doorway. Tall, pale, her eyes shimmered like black oil. Elena, the thing whispered, don't you miss me? Eleanor held out the iron nail and the salt, shaking. You're not her. You're nothing. The thing hissed, its face contorted. For a second it looked like her mother, then her father, then her grandmother, changing rapidly, skin peeling and shifting like wax over flame. You called me, it growled. You lit the candle. You read the names. That's how I find you. Eleanor stepped inside the circle and began the chant from the journal, her voice trembling. The creature screamed. The walls shuddered. Lights flickered despite no electricity. And then, blackness. She awoke the next morning in the circle, unharmed. The door was closed, and the house was silent. Weeks passed. No more knocks. She eventually sold the house and moved to the city. But she never forgot the rules, and every night, just in case, she checked her locks twice. Because in her dreams, sometimes, she still hears it. Knock, knock. And a voice whispering, please let me in.